So after the Rattlers offense generated 9 touchdowns in a 62-41 win over Jacksonville in Week 12, the Arizona Rattlers stayed on the road and headed into San Diego to take on the Strike Force. Once again, this was a game that I was not available to watch. However, I did watch the condensed game, and what I watched was mildly frustrating. It was mildly frustrating, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Because the condensed game did not show me the exact timestamps of where the interceptions happened, I want to just say this. Dalton Snead and his decision-making is very frustrating because while the interception he threw against Jacksonville is just kind of a questionable 50-50 ball, none of the interceptions he threw in this game were forced errors. And it was mildly frustrating to watch. So anyway, here's the scoring summary, and then I'll go ahead and get into that. So, minute 20 into the game, San Diego's already on the board. Jackson the third giving themselves a 7-0 lead. Arizona does answer back, however. Jamal Miles, who has been phenomenal the last couple of games, about 3 minutes later, an 8-yard touchdown, making it 7-all. And then, kind of similar to the last game, San Diego scores a touchdown with 4:36 to go in the first quarter, and the first quarter ends with the Rattlers trailing 14-7. And as of the game against San Diego, the Arizona Rattlers are 2-0 whenever they trail 14-7 after one. Obviously, it's only happened a couple of times, but it is weird that it's happened twice, right? Anyway, 5 seconds into the second quarter, Carl Odom, a 2-yard rushing touchdown, it's 14-all. And then Arizona scores a touchdown off of an interception, a 4-yard interception by Kevin Sims Jr. It's a really solid play, just throws his hand up, tips it, and grabs it. 21-14, the Rattlers take the lead for the first time in the game. Isaiah Cox does record a 4-yard touchdown to tie the game back up at 21, but that was a solid play by the defense. And overall, the defense had some really good key plays. They had 3 interceptions. Anyway, with 16 seconds to go, Corey Reed Jr., a 12-yard touchdown, making it 27-21. And then Jermaine Dobbs, a 55-yard interception return touchdown, 34-21 Rattlers heading into halftime. The Rattlers outscored the Strike Force 27-7 in that second quarter. A minute and a half into the third quarter, Rudy Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown for San Diego, making it 34-28. The Arizona Rattlers do respond, however. Dawson Evans, a 22-yard field goal, making it 37-28. Then Elijah Lilly, a 49-yard kickoff return touchdown, making it 37-35. I do believe this was after a Dalton Snead interception, Connor Morgan, a 29-yard field goal, giving San Diego back the lead 38-37. A little over 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, Dawson Evans responds with an 18-yard field goal of his own, giving the Rattlers the lead back 40-38. The ending of this game. With just under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Jackson the third, another touchdown. It was a drop kick by Connor Morgan. 46-40, San Diego takes the lead back, and then the Rattlers respond with 16 seconds left. There was a lot of back and forth. Yes, it was an 8-play, 45-yard drive, but it only took place over about a minute and a half for this Isaiah Houston touchdown. Good to see him back from injury, but 16 seconds to go. The Arizona Rattlers, 47-46. They managed to leave San Diego with their first victory against a team that was 500 or better. And at that point, they improved to 7-4 and were on a 3-game winning streak, undefeated in the second half of the season. Dalton Snead, 15 for 34, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It's frustrating because Dalton Snead, none of those passes, none of those interceptions were contested. None of them were really tipped or anything like that. It was just some questionable decision-making, and that's in the last 2 games at this point, 4 interceptions, averaging 2 interceptions a game. I know it's only 2 games, but he's had some accuracy issues, and the fact that it was starting to show its head right there, it's just, I don't want to see those mistakes in the playoffs. He also rushed for 29 yards. Carl Odom, 9 attempts, 11 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, Nair Jackson, 7 receptions, 62 yards. Jamal Miles, 4 receptions, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Corey Reed Jr., only a couple of receptions, 28 yards, and a touchdown. And Isaiah Houston, 2 receptions, 22 yards, and a touchdown. Good to have the Arizona boy back in the lineup. On the defensive end of the football, there's a couple things to note. So, Dylan Winfrey, Jermaine Dobbs, and Kevin Sims Jr. all had interceptions. Dylan Winfrey also had a half sack. Farrell had another half sack, and Kevin Sims Jr. had a sack. The defense did allow 46 points, but it's against a really good San Diego team who were 6-4 at the time and have been one of the better teams in the West. From what I saw, the defense played pretty well. We had some real good key contributions, and I get the feeling that if Dalton Snead didn't throw at least one of those interceptions, the Rattlers would have won by more than 1 point. But then again, that's probably surface level stuff. Anyway, the Arizona Rattlers improved to 7-4, and I will see you very soon.